that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to be checking out Werewolf from Max Temkin. This is for, well, it's for a lot of players. The time length will vary drastically, and I'd say it's for ages about 12 and up, because there will be werewolves killing people and other various stuff that's bad to think about for kids. But in Werewolf, everyone in the circle or the town is going to have a unique role. They're going to be trying to cut down the werewolves and kill them, but at the same time the werewolves are going to be trying to kill all the villagers. This is an extremely popular game that's seen many implementations, but today we're going to be checking out Max Temkin, who is of the Cards Against Humanity fame, his particular version, and see how it is. So let's open it up and see how it plays. Alright, so we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Werewolf. First and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule cards. They're one-sided for some bizarre reason, and they will kind of teach you how to play the game. You'll still have questions, though, especially about the fun cards down here, which we'll get a little bit into later. But overall, I wish they would have at least went double-sided and told you a little bit more about how to play the game. I will say, though, I really do like the moderator card because it shows you exactly what to say and how to do everything, which is always nice. So in Werewolf, what's going to happen is you're going to be a village of people. There's going to be werewolves running rampant, trying to murder all of the villagers. The werewolves will know who the other werewolves are, if you have more than one werewolf, and the villagers will not. They will be in the dark, trying to figure out who the werewolves are, and kill them before the werewolves kill all the villagers. Now, there will also be some special roles, and if you are in a special role, you will have special powers. The villagers do not have special powers. They are all the same, whereas all these guys are villagers, for the most part, but they will get special abilities. Now, we're not going to go into all the different special abilities, because the game itself has tons, the normal game Werewolf. This one only has, 7? But 7 still is a decent amount. But we'll go into the most common one that you're going to be using, and that is the Seer. But we'll go into that when we go into the gameplay, which we'll go into right now. So in order to start this game, you're going to figure out how many people are playing, and you say, oh, so we have, say, 9 people. That means there's going to be 1 werewolf, and we'll have 1 seer. So we got our werewolf, we got our seer, and then we'll have out 7 villagers. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take up all the cards, and one person is going to have to be the moderator. They're going to be doing this. They don't actually get to play the game, technically. So you're going to shuffle them up, and then you're going to deal each person 1 card face down. They should look at it once, and then never again. Some people still feel the need to look at it again. I don't know why. If you forget you're a villager, you are a moron. If you forget you're a werewolf, you are a moron. If you forget your role in general, you are a moron. You only have one thing to remember. But sorry, this is a pet peeve. I'm going off on a tangent. So anywho, we've dealt out all of our cards. Everyone's going to take a look at it. And then what's going to happen is the moderator is going to say, village, go to sleep. So all the villagers are going to put, everybody, I should say all the villagers, everyone is going to put their head down, close their eyes, and then tap their knee like this. And then the moderator is going to say, werewolves, open up your eyes. And the werewolves are going to look around and figure out who is on their team, who is their teammate, so to speak, because they're going to be working together during the day phase. Next, he'll say, all right, put your head down. And then he'll say, Seer, open your eyes. And the Seer, that's mostly just so he can figure out who got the Seer card. Then the Seer will put his head down, and then any other special roles will also be called. But then you get to the meat and potatoes, which is the day phase. And during the day phase, what's going to happen is everyone is going to decide on one person to lynch, to kill. Now, in the first couple rounds, you're just going to be randomly killing. That's just the nature of the beast. Someone is going to get eliminated. It's player elimination, which some people aren't going to like. But the way you do this is you have to have a majority rule. Now, a lot of people like to put timers on this. There really is a very flexible game. But anywho, you're going to vote, and let's just say everybody killed this guy. This guy would reveal his card and say, oh, I'm a villager, you guys are idiots. And then you are down to 8 players, and we go to the nighttime phase, which is where everyone puts their head down and starts to clap their knee again. Now, this person is eliminated. They can watch, but they can't talk about the game at all. So once again, the werewolves. The GM is going to say, werewolf, open up your eyes. And they are going to say, werewolves, who would you like to kill? They are going to point at one of the players, and then that player is going to die in a minute, but we'll show you that later. Once they've chosen who they want to kill, we'll say this guy. Then they're going to put their head back down, and then the Seer, or the GM will say, Seer, open your eyes. Now the Seer is the special role I spoke of earlier. The Seer is going to open up his eyes and say, who would you like to test? The Seer gets to test to see if someone's a werewolf. So, he is going to point at anyone at the table, and he will see if they are a werewolf or not. If it's a thumbs up, then he is a werewolf. If it's a thumb down, then he is a villager. So he is going to have valuable information. It's going to be very important that he stays alive. But after that, he puts his head down, and then the daylight opens up or whatever, and this person is now dead. It'll be another villager, and then you repeat voting on who is going to die. If the werewolves get down to a 50-50 ratio, then they are the winner. If the villagers can successfully kill all the werewolves, then they are the winner, and that is how Werewolf is played. Alrighty then, Werewolf from Max Temkin. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. Starting on the pro side, Werewolf is a fun game. It's awesome, I love the game. It's my top 20 games of all time. I don't ever see that changing. It's just an outstanding game. Also, I do enjoy the artwork. It's very hit or miss, which I'll get more into the cons, but I enjoyed the artwork. I also like the portability factor of it. I think it's nice. I keep it in my book bag for the occasional pickup Werewolf game, which never really happens. And moving on to the cons. This is completely unnecessary. I backed it because, well, I love Werewolf and I thought it was necessary. However, upon receiving it, I realized there is no point to this at all. Let's go over first the cons. The artwork is going to be very hit or miss. Also, there's nothing new here. If you don't like Werewolf, this will not change your mind. Also, I wish there was more in here, like instruction-wise. You know, I'm not asking for a full pamphlet or anything, just more for new people. Because if you're a new Werewolf player, you're most likely not going to be able to figure out the game with what's inside of here. You're going to have to go online, and it says as much on some of the cards. I don't see who this is appealing to. I really don't. I backed it, I wanted to like it, and then I was like, you know what? Werewolf really isn't that big, so I don't see the point in the portable version. I have absolutely. This is the first time I've ever run into a game that I thought was completely unnecessary. Overall, I can't recommend anyone really get this at all. I mean, that's about it. I think you should go for the bigger version and then just take the cards out and put them into a bag or something. I like the pouch. I keep it with me. I'll keep this in case a pickup game of Werewolf breaks out, which has never happened to me. You know, in fact, in my entire life. But if it does, you better believe I'm prepared. I do want to give a shout out to Max, though, because he did something that I thought was really cool. This was the original pouch that came out for Werewolf. And he gave these free out to Gen Con if you were a backer. Because there was a problem that the cards are very, very, very hard to get out. And they get worn really quick on the edges, and they get bent, and you just go, you get so frustrated. But luckily, he decided not to give those to his Kickstarter backers, which is absolutely outstanding on his part. He went back, he ordered these ones, which is a much better pouch, and I think a lot of people on Kickstarter, as bad as it is to say, would not have either A, been able to do that financially, or B, done that. So, golf clap for that. I think that is awesome, but I still can't really recommend it. Overall, if you enjoyed this review, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for your time, YouTube.
That was a review for Werewolf. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bauer's Game Corner.